let me talk a little bit about why we've designed the premium menus the way we have, and a couple of key concepts. One, we have to cut down on the food waste. People have a lot of concerns about how to make this more affordable.
Okay.
Cooking at home, very key. Not throwing away food and realizing that for most of us, 40% of the food, yes, most of us, 40% of the food that we purchase gets thrown away.
I know, it's so
sick. We didn't plan ahead of time. We didn't know what we were cooking for the week. And then we also think that we have to cut away large parts of the food that are quickly edible. So we address planning, we address food waste, and we also address skill set.
Perfect.
Some of the feedback that Leanne's gotten over the years, because she's been doing this much longer than I have, and that we've gotten from you as well, is you need to get more comfortable, more confident with your cooking, and that most of us repeat the menus, do variations of the menus, do variations of our recipes.
That's comfortable. That's
comfort and skill set, familiarity. And so we've designed this with all of those factors in mind. Leanne, do you want to add just a few more words?
Well, yeah, I mean, the biggest pushback we get when you start taking people's Captain Crunch away,
yes,
and you bringing in all this new stuff that nobody's ever seen and that's very unfamiliar, is we need to build a set of new familiar foods and new familiar recipes and things that our families enjoy.
Yes.
And so repetition isn't evil in this kind of a thing. We all grew up. We all remember Mom's pot roast. We all remember those spaghetti dinners. We remember Thanksgiving, the familiar smells. We need to just reorient ourselves to that same familiarity, but this time we're doing it with the new foods and the new ways of doing things.
The new ways of cooking, new ways of thinking about what your meal will look like, and cooking techniques, preps, etc.
Well, let's then talk about this, because we have this lovely cauliflower that we're going to prepare in just a minute, but a lot of people throw a lot of it out.
And what I love about cauliflower rice is, one, you don't have to throw anything away. Two, it is easy. It will take just a few moments to get it going in the food processor, and it cooks much more quickly as well. And then this is very amenable to adding sauces over it, adding nutritional yeast on it for a little cheesy flavor. You could add a pesto and pour that over. I've had plenty of folks who said, you know, I
can't eat this, but
no, I actually can't. We're gonna we're gonna put it in there, and you're gonna zip that, and that'll.
Okay, but let me cut off some of the bad ends. I mean, you don't want that part.
Take the bad ends off. And what
we do, you really do this?
We're gonna eat those, and what that will do for us, it'll make it look like you've got a little green herbs mixed in with your cauliflower.
Cool. Okay. New one on you.
New one on you.
Well, this is lovely, though.
Yep. So that's all lovely. And if you were doing this with broccoli, you could do the same thing. You would take the broccoli leaves and you put that in there as well.
Okay, just take off the rough ends, though.
Just take off the very rough ends. And what we'll do is we'll pulse the leaves first. We're going to pulse the core first.
And the core. Should we pulse the core and the leaves?
The core and the leaves can be pulsed together.
And then we'll do the other?
And then we'll do the flowerets themselves, because they're more fragile. They don't need as much pulsing.
Gotcha.
That way we'll get a very consistent texture for everything.
That's fantastic. See, I've always just tossed this. I've pulsed the core before, but not
the leaves.
No, because I always thought, they just maybe would be too strong. But I mean, this is sulfur rich, isn't it?
This is sulfur rich. It's like adding a little bit of green herb into your cauliflower rice mixture.
I like it.
It adds a lovely little texture and color with it, so that will be nice. And the point I want to make for all of you watching is the vast majority of the foods that we eat. We can eat the leaves, we can eat the stems.
And we don't.
And we don't. We throw them away. When we could put them in our soups, we could put them in our stews, we could pulse them into rice-like vegetables.
What a good idea.
And so
you can't afford
stems, right, you
organic
can afford
when you do things like that.
And broccoli. So we cook the broccoli flowerlets, but we save the stems and we make a green rice using these principles. And so that's just one meal of broccoli And then a couple days later, we make the broccoli stems into broccoli rice.
And it makes amazing soup, by the way.
It's wonderful soup. It's a great thing to add to your soup at the very end. Pour in the cauliflower rice or the broccoli rice just for the last 30 seconds. And now you have a rice soup with that familiar rice texture that's grain-free.
So I'm just pulling out the core. You can see the core is that big solid piece that we traditionally throw out, but we don't need to. And these are all the little flowerets.
That we would normally cook and would be part of our cauliflower.
But look, I mean, I just wanted you to see though, when we go, look at this. Look how much food would have been thrown away.
Exactly. This is how we throw away 40% of our grocery food budget.
Incredible. Okay, so let's just. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
You might have to.
That's all right.
You get it?
I just threw. I'm throwing cauliflower now. Hold on.
So
I'm not used to this one. Hold on. I'm just going to do it this way.
And what we're showing you is the blade has to be situated
First.
and then you add the food.
Right.
I have done this many times myself. Fortunately, with vegetables, it was pretty easy to dump in and out. When it's a wet ingredient, that's not
Then
so
you hate
convenient.
yourself. I know. It's not fun. Let's see.
Oh,
There
let
you
me
go.
put in one more comment. Grab the lid. It took me a long time to figure out how to get my Cuisinart to turn on because I kept trying to do it this
That way.
way.
Right.
Eventually, through the help desk, I learned you have to do it this way,
Well,
and then it locks on.
Exactly. It just depends because my new one, it's
Is
in
the other
front.
way?
Yeah. Because that's when I said I saw yours. I was like, oh, this is the good one. I like this. This is the one I'm used to. Just 2 buttons. You know, you don't mess around. So. Anyway, this is a pulse kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Because if you just hit the on switch, you're going to get like lots of little itty bitty crumbs and big hunks. So if you pulse it, it's more of an even thing. And why don't you, while we're pulsing, like so, talk about what a great investment this thing is.
Okay, so I'll talk about a couple of investments. We need equipment to make it easier to cook when we have a chronic illness. This is critical. It saves energy, it saves time. You might feel like it's a lot of money at first, so you could budget for it, but it saves so much time, it makes it so much easier. And after you've had it for a few of these kind of meals, just like, man, how did I do it without?
Exactly.
Another tool, very helpful, is a stool with a back in it, because that gives you a lot of support. And again, for anybody with any kind of chronic health issues, back problems, hip problems, this makes all the difference in being able to cook
Sure
at
does.
home.
Okay, so I just want to show you what I've done. Looks like coleslaw.
So
Isn't that fantastic?
coleslaw texture. So this is the right texture. So we get you see the greens just look like we've just added some parsley or oregano or whatever yummy green spices that you have.
And it's
a lovely
delicious.
addition. It's
It's not like
lovely.
you're eating compost.
It's lovely as a salad, or we'll use it to make the rice. Why don't we? I'll get another bowl. We can dump that into. Then we can pulse.
All right, let's do
this.
that. Good job. This is fantastic, though. I love that there's no waste involved. I love that we are. Harry Wahls just taught an old dog a few new tricks. So I'm just saying. I would have never gone there.
Here we go.
All right, perfect. And clean hands make the best spatulas, by the way. Or you can use that one. But I love this.
Clean hands are the best.
I just want to show, though, once again, I'm just in awe of this, because what we have here is about 2 cups of stuff that would otherwise end up in the trash, or at best, in the composter.
Yes.
And here we have now is actual food that we can eat, which is phenomenal.
4 servings of vegetables
Yeah, right?
that in essence are free.
I love it. So now we're going to make challah rice. And I'm telling you, this is the best stand-in for rice that you'll ever have. And everybody in my family goes crazy. And you can do so many things. It's a blank canvas. Cauliflower absorbs all kinds of flavor. Garlic, ginger, lemongrass even, which
It's
is
very
amazing.
nice. It's wonderful with the pestos on
Curry.
top. And any green herbs across the top will be fun. If you like nutritional yeast, that makes
Yes,
a lovely
makes
sort of
lovely
cheesy
sauce.
flavor. And I originally learned to make cauliflower rice using the grater. And we'll show people how to use the grater. And that works too.
Really messy.
I have since switched to this version.
This is my
because
method
it's, from my point of view, faster and easier.
Gets the job done.
Other way.
You have the best kind. Okay, so once again, just like the other, it's a pulsing situation. And when you do this, what happens is the big guys rise up and come down, and the little guys rise up and stay up. So you get this. Look at this; it's almost done.
Very nice.
And done. I mean, you've got so much stuff here. The other thing is, you know, maybe you're saying, but I don't need that much. Well, make it up and use it
Have it on
up.
hand.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. So if you take a peek-see at that, what are we looking at? What do you say, about 4 cups?
4 cups?
Yeah.
So we've avoided a lot of food waste. We'll use this in some of the recipes that we're making today. You can use it for your independent vegetable. You could have it on hand to add to your soups later. Lots of wonderful, wonderful ways of using this. And we can do this with rutabagas, we could do it with turnips.
Anything.
You could do it with the broccoli stems, any of our vegetables.
So, and I think this is an important thing too, to remember that there's a lot of people out there who don't like their vegetables. This is a way for you to reintroduce something like cauliflower. I was horrified when I was a kid eating cauliflower. I remember eating cauliflower whole, chugging a glass of milk and just feeling it go down my throat because it was so disgusting, I thought, as a child.
Yes.
But now, you know, I absolutely, it's one of my favorite vegetables. But this is how you get to the place.
You get to a place because we can
Right.
use all sorts of interesting sauces on top of it.
Exactly.
To make it much more enjoyable.
Yeah. All right. So for our next segment, we're going to do some gizzards. And
We are going to
things.
grind gizzards. So let's clean this up and we'll show how we deal with organ meats.
Okay, great.